Hello there, and welcome. I have just a few notes before we get started. This guide is current as of July 2017. If you're watching this significantly later than that, just be aware that things may have changed that would affect this guide. I'll be using some account convenience items that can be somewhat expensive or might not be readily available. This is meant to be a guide to my personal key farming method rather than a guide for new players. I'll give you the details first, then do a real-time key run at the end to show you how it all comes together. There's a list in the description of all items used, as well as helpful links and timestamps. The account-based items I use are a Permanent Bank Access Express, the Tarkton Personal Delivery Portal, and a copper-fed Salvage-O-Matic, all of which I keep in shared inventory slots already. Any other items that perform the same function as these are, obviously, fine. Luckily, there is plenty of level 10 gear available that does not become soulbound on use, that you can buy a single set of armor, weapons, and trinkets for key farming, throw it in your bank, and just reuse it over and over every week forever. All of this gear, with the exception of the Moa Haunch food, can be crafted or purchased from the trading post relatively inexpensively. The armor I use is all level 10 Mighty Chain gear. There are no shoulders available at this level, but since I'm creating a Guardian as my farming alt, she'll have them already as part of her starting armor. I've slotted minor runes into all 5 armor pieces, each of a different type. They all have plus 10 power as their first bonus, and since none are repeated, I get the power bonus from each. Buy whichever power-based runes are cheapest on the trading post when assembling your gear set. My weapon of choice is a mighty bronze greatsword, slotted with a minor sigil of justice for bonus damage against outlaws and bloodlust for extra power. My trinkets are 2 garnet copper studs, 2 garnet copper rings, and a simple jeweler's backpack. I've slotted adorned garnet jewels into all of these for even more power. For consumables, I use weak potions of outlaw slaying and Moa haunches. Save 1 or 2 of the free account-bound bags awarded from previous runs and use them on your farming alt to prevent having to play Inventory Wars 2 while you farm. The back item can be crafted by any crafting discipline with no leveling needed. The recipe unlocks automatically as soon as you become a crafter of any type, and the 2 ingredients are readily available on the trading post for very little silver. When you craft your backpack, use whichever crafting discipline uses the cheapest simple tools at that time. In my case, it was the simple jeweler's tools, which were the least expensive option. Remember to select the stats on the backpack before using it in your key run. Power is, of course, the stat you want. Purchase the Moa Haunch in Holbrack from one of the vendors in the Trade Commons. I use Baldur Kjurstrom, who sells them for 16 copper each. The potions can be crafted or purchased on the trading post. To reduce time spent moving the map around to find waypoints, I just paste the ones I'll need into my chat window so they're always handy. I make a dedicated tab for this so my waypoints don't scroll away during my run. Waypoint directly out of story instances instead of exiting the instance and then waypointing to save a loading screen. I use a human guardian for my key runs. Appearance is irrelevant to the farm, so I usually leave it on the default settings unless I'm feeling frisky that week. Be sure to choose one of the shoulder pieces as your starting armor choice here. Also be sure to choose the Raised by Common Folk origin, which is the center option. None of the other choices matter here. Skipping all cutscenes is the largest time saver. Sometimes the human introductory scene bugs and can't be skipped. Attempting to bypass it by going to character select seems to cause further bugs and sometimes client crashes, so it's best to just suffer through if this happens. Once my character creation is finished and I load into the Defense of Shaemore starting instance, I can use my home portal stone to bypass the instance altogether. Once in the Salma district, I'm free to use my tomes to reach level 10 and can equip my stored gear and utilities. When leaving the Salma district, it's important to exit through the door to Divinity's Reach. Exiting by using the home portal stone again, or by activating the green quest marker, will just return me to the Defense of Shaemore instance, which is a waste of time. Once in Divinity's Reach, I can run forward a bit to activate the Salma waypoint, then click the Shaymore link in the chat box. Waypointing to Shaymore will allow me to collect the reward in XP from the starting instance without having to actually play it. The rest of the key farm is fairly straightforward. I just follow the quest markers, skip all the cutscenes, and use speed boosting skills whenever I can. A few last tips for time management before my real-time run begins. When chatting with Uptown Johnny in the bandit hideout, you don't have to complete his conversation. After answering him with your terrible made-up bandit name, he accuses you of being a Seraph spy, and you can just exit out of the dialogue with the bottom option. For some reason, this fulfills the quest requirement from him. When leaving the bandit hideout, waypoint back to the Salma district and use the nearby archway portal to get to the upper level of Divinity's Reach, where Logan's office is located. Be sure to unlock the palace waypoint before going in. Choose the hospital option when prompted here. I find the hospital a little faster to complete, as the enemy comes directly to me, rather than my having to go up and down stairs in the orphanage to chase them down. After killing the last bandit at the hospital, immediately run to the orphanage. The NPCs will do their thing and trigger the cutscene without your help. This saves you from having to wait for Sarantine to arrive, and puts you in the right spot for the orphanage's collapse and to trigger the end of the instance. You can use Retreat to speed up Logan and Anise as they descend to the holding cells in the last instance. Finally, remember to unequip all of your farming gear and store it in your bank before deleting the character. Also remember to sell the level 1 starting gear you took off and transfer any loot into your bank, including that Black Lion key. Now it's time to see the full run in real time. Note that in this run I was not awarded a Black Lion key because I had already completed my weekly key run on this account. An actual key farm run will award the loot I received here, as well as the key. Thank you so much for joining me. Please let me know if you have any questions or tips, or if you would like to request a guide on another Guild Wars 2 topic. Bye!
walking. You ain't a friend of
Come on, sweetness, just one dance. Let's see where
Hello.
You're looking for a fight, because now you got one.
I'm gonna knock you out and look good doing it.
Time to do some real damage.
I can't believe it!
Pain for pain!
I'm dying here!
All right, I surrender.
I'll pound you into the ground like a big nail. That's enough, I yield.
Okay. I surrender.
Let's play who can hit the hardest. I'll go first.
The fun's over here.
Time to do some real damage.
Don't give up.
Rest, Dad. I'll find a way to help you.
Sarantine keeps swiping our low level.
Retreat!
Get over here and help me.
When do we kill more bandits?
Killing by itself is a terrible motivation for action. It needs context.
Retreat!
Stop worrying about me. I can take care of myself. You're the one who just got out of the hospital.
Just took all the loot away.
Feels good swinging this timber again. Look, Moas. They're big. Remember when we used to ride Rancher Meppy's herd? I bet these birds are just as skittish.
I'm tired of guarding this place.
When do we get to see some action? Is it just me?
It's that do-gooder from the bar. Recruits, kill this clown. Bleeding useless. Hey, I need backup over here. I need backup right in there. Oh.
Time to do some real damage.
Hey, keep your hands
Pain
up.
for pain.
Hey, okay. Surrender. Keep your eyes open. We got a tricky one here. When you get to the mist, tell them Twitchy Jake sent you. Don't you know who I am? I'm famous. Yeah, bang,
I'll see you soon.
Retreat!
May Balthazar strengthen you.
They're upstairs. Take a left. First door on the right. Quick!
Oh.
Undercover work is tricky. To pull this off, you'll have to eat, breathe, think, and stink like a bandit.
Retreat! Retreat!
You're trespassing, jerk. Now I have to hurt you.
Got me.
Those fuses.
Hurry up. Blaze wants those fuses.
Cozy. Sure about this?
I was, but maybe now I'm changing my mind.
I'm Uptown Johnny, baby. Man plus.
Retreat!
Here's our favorite new undercover operative now. Let's see if the hero Shaymore can shed some light on things. Hello. Ted thinks we can't be in two places at once. That's why the gods invented teamwork.
My job.
Retreat! The door! It's been barred!
It's the law. Kill him, Johnny. Tear him apart.
Knock you out and look good to you.
Get over here and help me!
You want a piece of me? Come and get it.
Retreat! Does anyone need help? Did everyone make it out?
Got the orphanage covered. Captain Thackeray is waiting for you at the hospital. By the gods, get those people clear. The whole building's coming down.
It's my fault. I never should have sent Francis alone. He's a good man, but he's not...
You're too hard on yourself, Logan. And on everyone else. The Queen doesn't expect perfection. Why do you? Greetings.
Wait, what? What's up with my face? And why do I have to be the burned one?
It's not permanent, so stop crying. We need to be in the cells before Serentine arrives. Let's move.
I was too hard on Francis. Ultimately...
What are we waiting for? Rush them!
Logan, wait! Don't rush in.